Love you, Father. Yes, sir. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. Can you see me? I can see you. Woo! Woo! This is something else. I've been working a long time, and the work seems to be paying off. And I'm so thankful and grateful, I want to give you what I'm getting. There's peace of mind, contentment of heart, and everything else that goes with it. I know you're not tired standing yet, are you? I'm going to make this quick today because we're running out of time. I got some things I want to share with you. It's good to me. I don't know how to come off to you. However, it lets me know that I'm truly loved by those that rule the planet and govern the universe. Well, how so, Solomon? How so, Royall? Because they, all of the life forms in the universe, is waiting on instructions or at least given permission to do what they do. And the scientists that love me are now looking and saying, Royall, this is your name for now. And when you start coming into that power and reality, we got some more names that you gave us to give you. However, for right now, Royall means to judge all. I've been doing that under Solomon. I've been preparing you here in your mind and your thinking to receive what I have for you. And by you all accepting it, it bears witness that the scientists, whatever they have to give me, is not in vain. So if they give it to me, guess who I'm going to give it to? Like I said, I'm not going to be very long. Y'all may be seated if you like. The minister inspired me, so maybe I'll stay in 10 minutes. And was an announcement. Let me see, I think I can remember that. Well, I'll come back to it. However, I want to keep this in its proper form. Today isn't quite my birthday just yet. However, here in Atlanta, before we return to leave or make our exit from here, we had to come here first to check it out and put the spirit here. Because you know, Satan lives here. We're stepping into his back door that we have allowed him to have. So, we'll set the tone for our coming back and begin to leave from here. Thank you for coming. For those of you that have very little knowledge of what we're doing, if you've been invited by someone that loves you, thanks for accepting the invitation. You're not going to find no other life form that is for life more than I. So I thought today I would speak a little of me and how this came about. So we're titling this particular event, or my sharing knowledge with you, I being alive. I want to thank the scientists for preparing for me while I was preparing other things. My wife, Miss White, or Sister Deborah. What you see me dressed in is from their vision that they put in her. Always when you see me dressed, I never do it myself. So I want to thank her. I want to thank her for giving me a daughter. I want to thank the other sisters that are with me as wives or even concubines. And before the day is over, I'd like to bring them up. Maybe we can have a little more light and you can see for yourself what is produced when you're close to light, when you're close to cleanliness. It automatically demands a respect without saying anything. Not saying that you all are not beautiful, you are. But there's nothing more pleasurable than a clean glass of water. Nothing. Because you can look into it and see, if I could be just like that, I would be clean. You see? However, it's better to be the man that makes it clean. This is I. For all of you all that are close to the family, the royal family, those that are with me are close. And you have as of yet to check this out the way you should. You are missing a tremendous opportunity. A tremendous opportunity. Just calling and talking with someone that's with me. And everything is for real, and for real is supposed to be you. And a lot of times, if you are not for real, it's distasteful. So therefore, you want to take a little time to yourself before you come. You're not going to get real until you come to what is real. So quit fooling yourself. Well, you want to be serious, you may. I think the food's going to be coming out real soon, so I'm going to get into this real quick. The scientists were riding with me one day in the 18-wheeler. I used to ship many gears. I was hauling and toting and carrying freight. They came to ride with me. They always used to have a smile and light up the cab. We'd be inside the cab. I'd pass the exit. Oh, man, wait a minute. Hold up. I got to go back. It's really wonderful. They said, Royall? I said, well, when am I going to get started the way I really want to get started? Because they showed me my twin, Aisha, sometime, and I looked at her and I said, look, I don't have time for that. I'm ready to go. They said, but she's yours. If you don't take her now and train her and teach her and develop her, it's going to slow you up after a while. I said, okay, bring her on. So they produced it. I started working with her. Everyone in her family, I think she's the only female in the family that they know about. So her brothers came to the house. What is this? I had my sister kept up here. Look at her now. She is the female Allah. Female. They gave me a wife. I want you to listen. They gave me a wife with a knowledge that most sisters don't have yet. And then they allowed me to prepare me in a female sense. Isn't that wonderful? Well, today, or shortly after, January the 26th, next month, the 26th of January, I'll be 60 years of age. I feel 19. I'm started on the process of growing my teeth back so I can give all of y'all yours back. I hope I'm not rambling. I'm just saying a few things that is on my heart to say. There's a couple people here, a family here in Atlanta, that helped to make this possible. Every time I call him, I said, brother so-and-so and so, it looks like I need your help. Just let me know, Father. I said, well, this is what it is. Yes, sir, no problem. Go to the mailbox or go to the bank. I've been going to. So, most of you don't know who it is, but they do, so I'm just saying thanks. Now, after the day, I'm going to see if I can give you more than you gave me. Anyone here today that is ill, and that's really truly with me, you don't have to call your name. Before I walk back across the stage, you'll be here. I know you're going to call and let me know, or might let me know before we leave, but that's a done deal. That's easy being God, isn't it? If you're really God. And for those of you that are sick in your soul, you're blind, you cannot see what's good for you. And your soul is aching for relief. You spell it R-O-Y-A-L-L. Royal is your relief. And before the day is gone, if you're still sick in your soul, you don't belong with me. I'm letting you know, you don't belong with me. All black people don't belong to me. And I'm really aware of that. However, if you are, for the next 3 weeks, you're going to be extremely happy. Your heart will not allow you to get sad or lonely or any of those kinds of things. Mark my word, I'm telling you exactly what's going to take place. This is if you're with me. It don't mean if you have an ex with me. If you came here today and didn't know you were with me, now you know it's going to happen for you too. This needs to be known across the planet. And who better to tell it than someone that receives it? Not have to be me. If I'm to be magnified, it's to be done from you. And whatever I'm magnified in, it has to be the truth. You got that? Well, to get to the goodies, at least I say it's goodies, which is opportunities, I have standing on the roster with me the National Secretary for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in the Nation of Islam, which is in the service now of the United Nation of Islam, named by the messenger Abbas Rasul. I would like for him to share with you a few things that he has been doing for us in our behalf, with me backing him up. Now, this is wonderful and also somewhat of a dilemma. Because when he shares with you what we are doing and the opportunities that have been afforded to us, I cannot see enough people to fill the slot. I don't see enough people to fill the slot. We've been receiving every week from 7 to 10 letters of acceptance of ones that write their letters to me. This seems to be so free. It appears as though once you get it, we don't see you no more. You go off into the woodwork, waiting for the call. However, the call is every day. When the birds whistle on your windowsill, that's the call. When the sun shines right after the rain, that's the call. You see? And when the night creeps in, and you look out of your window and see the star, that's the call. Now, to make sure that the call from you or the answer from you is heard, stay in touch. Give something of what we gave you. And all that is really with me. Brothers, sisters, temples, in a few days, what's being developed, you won't have to give any more other than your presence. As far as money, we're not going to need any. We're going to have more than what we can use. I'm telling you. I am not a liar. In the presence of Master Farad Muhammad, I made the promise and told Elijah to go tell him, Elijah, follow you and fly to me. And at the end of overnight, when the night is over, and we clearly see it's over, I shall give them money, good homes, and friendships in all walks of life, because that's where the money is coming from. We have blessed all walks of life except you, black man, here in North America. You have not been blessed the way that you should because you're new. And while you were being developed in the old, your newness was not seen, or it was looked over because it looked as though it had no power. Now it is time for you to come out. And the foundation that laid it, most certainly it's time now for you to receive the reward or the promise. Like I say, I'm not a liar. If you think so, follow me. When I mean follow me, not follow me to the temple, just follow what I do. And see if it's all good for you. So without further ado, I'll speak and have a few words after this mighty man. But this is the man that we prepared to know all manner of workmanship. Some of you all may know him as a cantankerous man. However powerful. Well, that's the way he had to be. That's the way he still got to be, because he's not dealing with us. He's dealing with the dead. You get that? So without further ado, Brother Abbas Rasul, National Secretary for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. May I ask the time to see you? I bear witness that his name is Royall. I bear witness that all things are because of him. We've been blessed to be the people who were seen from the beginning of this idea, when the new God created himself in the light. And he set about to bring about a change in creation that would allow us to be. He came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, raised the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and taught for and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught for over 40 years. And he set us on paths and shared knowledge with us that would allow us to be powerful in this day and time, allow us to be successful in this day and time. We have been blessed to have doors open to us in fashions that never happened before. And I traveled the world as a National Secretary for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I mean the world. Sat with the kings as well as those on the curbstone. And everything that we saw, everything that I saw, the things that I've done are now bringing the rewards of having that experience. The messenger sent it at the end of the beginning, and the God himself is sending me now. And everywhere I go, the doors open up. Everywhere I go, the doors open up. We're yet to be denied anything. We have under contract, gold and diamond mines. Not something we're guessing at or looking for or trying to make happen. We have it under contract. Of government, of Africa seals, so that it isn't something that's under the table. We have at our disposal right now, under our control, almost 1 ton of gold. I mean actual gold. I'm not talking about that which is still in the ground. I'm talking about that which has been refined to 22 karat and has one more refining process to go through to come to 24 karat, the best that the earth produces. We have been asked to build and finance 100,000 homes in segments of 10,000 each. We've been asked to be the conduit for the total rebuilding of the infrastructure of a country. That is the roads, the dams, everything that has to do with the restructuring of a country. We've been asked to do it. And it might sound like it's nothing, because the open enemy's been doing it all the time. But where in this country or where in the world are there black people who they will offer these things to without having to have a bribe paid to someone? or offer a kickback to someone in order to be put in a position to get something. Everything is offered in this fashion, open hands. Recently, I was in Belgium, the call came. We had been promised prior to now oil contracts. And the call came and said they are ready. The idea in the purchase of oil is that one, in order to get contracts with most oil-producing countries, you have to have either refinery contracts or processing contracts or refineries yourself. And of course, you must have in the bank that which is necessary to pay for the oil that you are going to get. We're not going to stir up the numbers of barrels of oil that they're speaking about per day. However, I'll share with you that we have been asked to come and sign the contracts with no refinery contract in place and with no demonstration of financial capability. Now, only Allah could make that happen. We do the things that we have the skills to do, and we do them in the same way that we have been taught to do them. There is just slight changes, very, very slight variances in what we do, and it is that variance is where Allah is. Every time we come up to what is a barrier, to the point wherein somebody has to have what they call dash or backsheesh, and that is a bribe. Every time we reach those points and Silas pops up with an opposition to what we're doing, and it appears as though we're stopping, or it appears that there's a wall there. When we look, we see Father, and the wall is no longer there. What has happened now is so awesome until I still, when I'm speaking to others, I find myself speaking to myself to remind me that, hey, Royall is here. Father is in this, because it is something that will make you wonder, can this be real? And brothers and sisters, I bear witness that it is. We are on the verge now, we are at the door of what the messenger promised us. And what we must remember, though, is it is not over till it's over. And we cannot say we've made it until we have made it. We cannot stop doing what we're doing until Father gives us the sign and says, relax. So everything that you've been doing, everything that we've been doing to magnify this idea, we must intensify now. The greatest opposition comes the closer we get to the goal. Remember that. Every time you decide to give and something says, well, there's no need to give, remember, now it's time to give even more. The opposition is greatest when we're at the verge of success, on the door of success. Does everyone understand that? Make sure that we do not let down now. Make sure that the spirit does not go away from us. Make sure that our energy is high. Make sure that we keep Father in front of us, and there's nothing in existence can stop it, because Father said it would be. Thank you very much. Salam alaikum. As always, it's always the Father. You know, we were offered a contract out of the Middle East to come and teach in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Dubai, and in Africa. What are they asking us to teach? Mathematical thinking through the civilization classes and the math classes. Now, do you understand what we're saying? They have asked us to come and share this idea where they have confusion among their own, and they see what we're doing is producing the results that will bring peace. They sent us a contract. I read the contract to Father, and of course, it was not acceptable. We went back to them and shared with them. We could not sign it as it was written. They asked us to rewrite the contract, and we've done it. I sent the contract to our general counsel, Brother Wayman. He went through it, sent it back to me. I did more on it, sent it back to him, and refined it, and we sent it to him, signed, and ready to deliver. They want us to teach them. One other thing, in Africa, we encountered, Father years ago shared with us about we had the ability to live in water, to spend time in water. Well, I've actually met the Ancient of Days, of those who have mastered the sea. And they are waiting for our children to come so that they can teach them the knowledge, the science of how to live in the water as long as they want it to be. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Are we working? Do I have enough people with me? Do I? I do? Oh, you saying no, sir? You see? There's not many, however, if one real Muslim, we'll put it this way, one real righteous man can take on 10,000 by himself, I might just have enough. The things that has been offered to us, and most of the things that Brother Secretary spoke about, the contract has already been signed. Now it is up to us to determine who is going to actually do the work as contractors. This don't mean that you all will have to go and actually do the work. However, there's a strip of land that has been given to us, or at least we are paying for it, especially with you in mind. So when the rewards or the proceeds come in for what we're doing, those that suffered or went through this first will be the ones to relieve or get the relief from what you've been doing first from this. You follow what I'm saying? In other words, and I don't forget you. You know, even if you've done me wrong, you know what I mean? Wrong. I don't forget you. However, what I do, I actually look into you and see what you did. Were you really conscious? Or was that somebody else in you doing that? So I take a real good look. And if I see the real person there, the one that's showing me on the outside, I don't pay no attention to it. So you'll receive some reward too. However, you're going to have to make a genuine showing. There is nothing greater, listen to this, because I know you know it already. There is nothing greater than being able to give. The next thing is to be able to receive. So we are now in a position where, because of me, you can be forgivers. What I give you is somewhat privately. Nobody has to know about it. As a nation, nobody has to know. Well, they say, well, that's the children of God, that's the righteous children, that's the righteous nation. So it's not like, well, Father is personally giving you anything. Our system has been set up that you accept, you adopted it, now you're active in it, and the system is rewarding you. So you really can't see the giver. It is more blessed to give than to receive. So you can't see the giver. So when the person asks you something that they want and you can give it to them, they don't see how you got it. So it's blessed From you, you're just like me. You're giving them. They can see who they got it from. But you as a people, you can say, well, God caused me to have this. Right away, most people think, well, that's good. They think of God in the cosmos. They can't really touch him or feel him. They can't look at who you really got it from. You can. However, I'm not going to your door and handing it out to you from hand to hand, my hand to yours. Isn't that wonderful? So it allows you to see, well, if I got it, I must have done something that makes me worthy of it. And Father didn't come and say, well, here it is. Just the same as we did with Brother National Boss Rasul, preparing him for this day. As it has been written, for the scientists and everyone else to make ready for me for this day. Because everything that you've been praying about in the unseen has to now be in the seen. It's got to be in the seen. You got to be able to identify why things are happening. You can't talk spooky no more because the man that's in charge is not spooky. As long as he got you looking up in the sky and you acting spooky, he take everything you got because he's the one that made sure that you got it. So every time he get ready to take it back from you, he take it back. And what he gave you was nothing, just enough for you to keep breathing to come to the job the next day. And he's caused our young people, are you listening? He's caused our young people to look at me in a very distasteful manner. And me to look at them in a very distasteful manner. He's almost made enemies of us. Everything you do, you cannot say God is the author of it. Not the righteous God. You can't say it. Nothing about you bears witness to it. However, if you're black, you're supposed to be the original man, especially here in North America. So because if I'm moving too slow for you, in a few days you're not going to say that. Because you're not going to be able to move fast enough to get out of the way of the fire. I am that I am. I'm not pretending, I just am. If I wasn't, I could not do what I'm doing. I have so many things in my mind to get done. I have so many things. And it's for you. I want to see you just like me. I don't need you calling my name no more. I just want to call your own. Have your own power just like me. That's what I want. So if we want to go to Pluto, if we want to go and make another universe, we go and do it. We don't ask permission. We want to make sure that everything that we're doing is in accord with what is. That's your permission. Not that you ask me. You come in and inform me, Father. I'm going out into space, into the darkness. And after a little while, you were invited. You will see the light. I said, well, if you can do it, go. I'm tired of being around here anyhow. Matter of fact, I'm going beside you. If you look over and see the light first, you know I'm not too far from you. This is the thinking of God. This is my thinking. This is where I think every day. Every day. Heaven is being built here in Kansas City, the Sunflower State, right next to Missouri, the Show Me State. So we're going to show them. Although this is going to burn, I'm the God of everything. I can replace it, which I'm going to do. So all of you all that are in heaven already and think that that is a stagnant place, look again. Forget the community that's there. They're dead. 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 You can expect nothing from death. But nothing. The heaven is being prepared for the righteous. Now with what's coming in, what's being brought in, the ability to have whatever money we want when we want it. What do you think we're going to do? Just refurbish some old homes? Oh, no. We're going to build from the ground up. We're going to get the medical center up. Matter of fact, we're going to get a new one. We're going to keep the promise to everybody that has heard what God is supposed to do. We're going to keep it. Because I've made it possible for you to keep it to me. You are not going to have to go and ask nobody anything. Are you listening? And whatever promotions that you think you're getting from this world, you better really look at it. You better really look at it. Because everybody in this world, you're a slave. You're a slave. I said, look, I'm going down to Atlanta, Georgia. I'm going to be honored there. Come and go with me. I can't get off. How many days is it going to be, Royall? At least 3. But if you want, you can hang out with me if you're weak. I can't get off. How much money you have? I got a promotion. I'm making much more money now. Well, next week I'm going over to Ghana. You want to go with me? I can't get off. You see? I once told you, and I'm keeping it true, the scientists that's already here, they don't work but 6 months out of the year. They have a 6-day party. Hey, I'm going to be just like it. You know, I'm thinking about going south now. I want to go to LA before it goes away. Speak to the members there and get the banking system set up so they can do it right. So I may take 1 or 2 wives with me so I can talk with them and they can keep me nice and clean and healthy, you know, in that sinful place. I may take mother with me, we'll see. She's such a beautiful person. She really is. I can say one thing. I'll say this. For each one of the children of mine that came from Juanita, or from the first marriage, each one of them is a representative from a planet that's already here. I have 10 children. 2 of them are like twins. They represent Venus. So it's 10, but it's 9 planets, so I have each one with me. And I must say that the second one, the one that is Pluto, I think she's here today. And if you've seen beauty, you wait until she come alive. You're going to see some real beauty. Matter of fact, when the scientists was telling me about her, they was almost in tears. Just a moment of thinking back. She haven't got there yet, but secondly was mother, Maureen. You all see her. Beautiful. Produce me some beautiful grandchildren. I'm a happy man that way. But each planet, are you listening? So you will understand. I'm not just doing this for planet Earth or North America. Every planet in the solar system in the family of the sun got to receive this. So every representative from every planet is here with me. Came from my genes. Came from me. And when doing it, I told them in the sun before they got there, I got a gift for you from me. And the gift is whatever you do on your planet, you'll be successful. There's no such thing as failure. No such thing out of the language. No such thing as failure. So I'm waiting for my sons to come. After they start seeing me on the boob tube, they're going to start running and say, well, Dad, I'm here. I might not let them catch me for a while. If you just knew, if you all just knew, you would be sweeter to each other. You would answer the call every day. When the bird sings, you know I'm singing to you. That's what you mean. When you turn the water on in your faucet in the home, you know that's for you. We have some people here in Atlanta, I think they know how to clean the water, make it real pure. I'm talking about, I made a person to make sure that we're going to make all the water on the planet pure. When she's going to sip the water in Mississippi. If you don't think that I really am who I am, wait a few days, or you're going to be calling my name. I'd much rather that you all be more happier to each other. Because the gift that is not coming is here. I heard the minister say it's around the corner. It's not around the corner. It's standing right in the face. You don't came around the corner. You face to face with it now. And no one has gone overseas that represents us with Brother Abbas, but me and the scientists in the unseen. And they like what they see in him. So much so that they have given all these opportunities for us and to us. Haven't seen nobody else. Are you listening? They haven't seen no one else. They heard about Miss White. the dean of our school or university. They want her to come over immediately. Come over immediately and start teaching. You see? They haven't seen it. They've just seen a box. They've seen some things that Miss White sent to them of what we're doing here in our schools. They're jumping up and down. So the hands across the world, with a black man holding on to Muhammad Speaks, we are making it true. If it were not true, Elijah would have never put it on the paper. You all got this? If the servers want to serve the food, you can go ahead. We don't want to extend our time. We're at our welcome here. I think we got until 5 o'clock. And that's it. So if you all want to eat, go ahead and start eating. I'm going to be just a few more moments. Is there anything that you see or heard today that you can say is not for you? If it is, speak up. If it is for you, speak up. Well, before we leave today, like the secretary said, we are right at the threshold of receiving these things. However, this is a spiritual war. You don't see Satan, and even if you saw him, he's not going to admit that he is. So in your mind, it's still spiritual, because you can't see it. The only thing different between him and me, you can see me. You can talk to me. You can sup with me. You can eat with me. You can dance with me. The only thing you can't do with me is die. You got that? So this is spiritual. I shall meet face to face with him shortly. However, until that time, every person that is still blind and don't know you're blind, you're a perfect vessel for him. Because before you can realize what took place, he's already finished with you. And he always employs you to come against me. Always. Always. So we signed the contract, and I think we're supposed to be over the 1st of January to put it in motion, what we've signed. Until it actually goes into motion, Satan has a window to operate in. He's not going to be successful. However, he's not giving up the opportunity either. You see? So it's costing us just to send Brother Abbas over. The 7th of January? Yes, sir. Just to send him over. I think we send him over 2 or 3 times. It's no less than about $4,000 per trip, round trip. $4,000. So if you all have any money today that you want to contribute to, because he's going back again Friday or Saturday to start the signing of the contracts, and so they can start distributing out the difference for the gold that we have, and we have other gold waiting to replace what we barter with. To make sure that this happens, if you have anything to give yourself, give it. In the nation. You understand? And for all of you all that are accustomed to going to Kansas, and those of you that are in Kansas there, you should notice the difference in there and here. Here you got to get up at a certain time and move out. Here you got to pay for everything. I do thank the hotel, though, because they really gave us, according to what the charge of the hotel's charge, they gave us quite a discount. Quite a discount. However, you should be able to see the difference. We in heaven, if we have our own place, we leave when we get ready. You want to go to the diner and eat at 12? Ask the brothers, they don't want to stay there, you stay there and cook. Yeah, it's your diner. And it's been done before. You know, so that's a big, big difference. Would you say? All right, well, what else do we have on the agenda? Is that it? I would like, can you all see me up here? So if I bring someone else, can you see them? Miss White, would you come up here with your husband? my wife. Brothers, you can be jealous if you want. When they made her, they didn't stop. They made more than just her. I just want you to see the ones that I'm bringing up here for you to see. Nothing that you see that they're wearing was over $60, from shoes to the crown of their head. Nothing that you see. Mother, before you start eating, would you come up here? You stand to the left of me, baby. You all like what you see? Well, let's see some more. Aisha. This is Mrs. Allah. You all didn't see her for a while. She was going under some things to make sure she was purified. You step on the other side of Miss White. This is my twin. I carried her down to the woman that brought me down to San Domingo in the East, where I was brought up. I carried Aisha there, and when I walked in with her, she stopped me because this particular woman, which is Uncle Bobby's mother, that brought me down to where Uncle Bobby lives and whatnot. So she knows my sister. She knows my real mother. So when I brought Aisha in, she saw her. She said, "Well, who is this coming in looking like Ella Ray?" Ella Ray is my twin sister. And she does look like her. So this is a lot. It don't mean that you all can't be with your husband. Karima, did you come up in? Matter of fact, the whole table there, let your food get cold. Just come on up. This is Karima, my daughter. Matter of fact, when Miss White agreed to be with me, she had 2 other children that wasn't allowed to come with us. So the scientists showed mothers, because she did that, she was a school teacher, she had a duplex home, brand new car, everything except me. The scientists said because of that, they're going to give her a child. And this is her. Kareem Allah represents Allah and the messenger. Then we have, what's your name, Liz? What is it? Alea. This is Alea. This is Dana over here, Mrs. Peach. We have the mother of the family. What's her name? Yvette. We have Joy, the principal of the school. And we have, here comes Dr. We have Joy, the principal of the school. And we have, here comes Dr. Pete. She keeps everybody healthy when we can find her. we have a sister from the first. Her father was the one that opened up for the ministers to come on. Brother Paul, Minister Paul, Mighty Paul. This is his daughter, Sister Zena. She makes sure everybody is stable. And let me bring on my other girl. Come on up here, baby. Oh, you got your shoes on? Yeah, okay. Oh, y'all barefooted, huh? Okay. You might want to sit down a little bit. Is this all right what I'm doing? Okay. This is my daughter, mother's sister, Fatima. She's intellect. Her planet is what, Neptune? Oh. Uranus. She's a representative from Uranus. You might say, well, Father, that's a bunch of... It isn't. I'm telling you. This is Neptune here. Neptune. When they were telling me about her, they said, well, you know, Neptune is a planet that is almost developed on the outside. Life on the outside of it, like the earth. And they say, your daughter, Maureen, is just like that. And for it to really come out, you got to put your foot in it, like a car. You got to get right in it. So I said, oh, really? I went home and got right in it. So here's what you see. Where's the concubine? Jocelyn? Miss Concubine? She has to keep the sisters or the wives together. She tells it on all of them. Where's Tanya? Oh, Tanya. This is First Lieutenant, Sister Tanya. Yeah, we call somebody else there, but you really there. This is Tanya. So you all can't see, well, man, he got all white-skinned people. Right there. This is Jocelyn Greenwell. She's the daughter of Sister Paulette and Brother Rock, Wendell. She makes sure all the sisters stay right. If they do something wrong, she can say, Father, they're messing up again. Where's Serena? Ozzy. Here's someone from Atlanta. Come on up, man. And everyone that you see up here, besides the concubine, and besides my daughter, Mother has a representative for them. I'm going to bring the one up. That is this well. Okay, come on up. This is Oswana. She's originally from Atlanta. And the one that Jamal is speaking with and whatnot, this is the daughter I was speaking about, is going through all the hell that'll be more beautiful than what you see that's standing up here. That time hasn't arrived yet. However, it's on the way. All right? All right, you all enjoy your meal. I thank you for coming. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I want to make sure that you stay with me and increase your number, because the floodgates are about to open and I need somebody to share this with. I do. You got it? We need everyone. We need everyone. If you just somebody that spit on the sidewalk perfectly, we need you. So we can show others how to do it. Where's Maisha? Oh, beautiful Maisha. Come on, baby. She's the first of all of the children between Mother and the King. It's Maisha. Are you female, the oldest granddaughter, right? This is my oldest granddaughter that I guess me and her dad gonna give her away to somebody. You want me to give you away? Eventually, she said. Thank you all for coming. And I'm not going to stop being myself. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. I think the next place I'll be at will be in Bridgeport in New Haven. It'll really be on my real birth date. So what you see up here, brothers, are you getting a good look? This is what a 60-year-old man owns. Hey, and by the way, I'm not going to leave out anything that people talk to me about and ask me about. I got this with no teeth. I want to see what you get. All right? Assalamu alaikum. Enjoy your meal. And make sure before you leave, if you got anything to share, more than what you need, leave it with the secretary. Check your table out, what we're producing, so we can increase it, and know for a surety that the God is here to magnify you to be God and goddesses. All right? Assalamu alaikum.